Good morning. My name is Monika Borkowska. I work at the Gdańsk City Hall and I'm going to tell you about the project results from City of Gdańsk in Poland. The aim of BSR Electric project is to explore the potential and increase the share of electromobility in the transport system of the Baltic Sea region cities by promoting electric vehicles. In Gdańsk, we have been focusing primarily on the promotion of electrically powered bicycles as a form of daily travel and in business trips. Now I will tell you about the city where we were implementing the project. This is a city in northern Poland with a population of about 470,000. It's the center of the Tri-City agglomeration. Together with Gdynia and Sopot, it forms the Tri-City. Gdańsk is the leading cycling city in Poland. The total network of bicycle routes in Gdańsk is 734 kilometers. We focus on promotion of cycling as a trendy and safe urban lifestyle choice. In use case 4, the city of Gdańsk is focusing mainly on the adoption of e-bicycles in city bike sharing system and their use for multimodal trips in a metropolis. Gdańsk is one of the leading cycling cities in Poland, but general knowledge among its inhabitants about e-bikes is low. The main goal is to see how to boost the use of e-bikes for multimodal trips and how to integrate e-bikes into bike sharing systems. The city of Gdańsk in this use case carried out three main activities, including, first of all, conceptual study for the integration of e-bikes into the bike-sharing system. A study has been carried out detailing the possibilities of integrating electric bicycles into a fourth-generation public bicycle system. This information is especially valuable for those who are planning to implement such evolving technological approaches or who consider integrating e-bikes into classic non-electric fourth-generation bicycle schemes. The study is in Polish, but the executive summary, which is a summary of the entire study, is in English. What is more, in Gdańsk and 13 surrounding municipalities, a metropolitan bicycle system has been implemented, consisting exclusively of electrically powered bicycles. It was currently the most modern and the largest cycling system of its kind in Europe. It was based on fourth-generation bicycles equipped with GPS receivers, supported by an application and not requiring docking stations. Another major achievement was the organization of the campaign to promote use of e-bikes in everyday travel. Gdańsk prepared and carried out an e-bike promotion campaign which encouraged people to commute by bike every day. With the use of a smartphone app, participants registered trips and distances covered by bicycle during the time. In this way, they collected points and competed against each other. Users also belonged to teams which represent their companies or firms, and the campaign had a form of a competition between individuals and between companies and firms. Bike to Work campaign took place from 1st of September to 31st of October 2018. 3,543 participants joined the game. There were exactly 300 companies which took part in the campaign. A year later, we organized a campaign to promote the use of e-bikes for business trips, particularly within the new business office clusters. The campaign was based on similar last year's campaign rules, so the points were collected by an application installed on the phone, which tracked the cyclists using GPS. This edition of the campaign was addressed mainly to companies that were supposed to encourage their employees to travel by bike to work. The campaign started in September 2019 and ended in October 2019. The number of people registered in the bicycle game was 4,128, companies 248. During the campaign, we set up a tent with promotional materials several times. In this way, employees and employers were encouraged to get involved. Flyers, bicycle gadgets, and sweets were distributed. This way of promoting the campaign met with great interest among the residents who joined the cycling game. During the cold days in October, hot coffee and warming tea were offered to cyclists who were cycling to work. In use case 7, the city of Gdańsk focuses primarily on the analysis of the possibility of creating a ferry connection in the area of Gdańsk using an electric power unit. We carried out a conceptual study for a ferry connection in Gdańsk. This study explores the possibilities for increasing electric waterborne passenger transport into public transport system in harbour cities, with a special emphasis on Gdańsk. This study includes economic, environmental, and technical analysis of urban ferries, pros and cons of this kind of transport, practical matters, and current use of electric ferries worldwide, and makes more detailed case for introducing a ferry to Gdańsk. When it comes to results, surveys were carried out among the residents who had the opportunity to try an electrically assisted bicycle. The aim of the survey was primarily to find out opinions on e-bikes both before and after testing them. The survey showed how the inhabitants of Gdańsk perceive an electrically assisted bicycle. The questionnaire in paper form was anonymously filled in by people who had the opportunity to use an electric bicycle once or for several days. Now I will present some interesting results of the survey. But first of all, research has shown that residents are more likely to switch from a car or public transport to bicycle if the bicycle is electric. Importantly, the vast majority of the respondents were riding an electric bicycle for the first time. Only 1 in 5 people has ever been in contact with this mode of transport. Nearly all respondents indicated that such a bicycle can serve as a basic means of everyday travel in the city, and 27% of them determined this, for example, from the weather or the daily schedule. Such a positive attitude to this type of mobility confirms our conviction that in the near future an electric bicycle will be able to replace cars on the street of our city. Moreover, more than a half of the respondents declared that they had changed their opinion about this type of vehicle. The possibility of trying out the electric bicycle directly made it possible to see their potential and verify their opinion about them. When it comes to our experience in implementing electric bikes in the city's transport network, first of all, in promoting electric mobility, the main focus should be on customers, such as companies and their employees. They are the main generator of traffic in the city, so they should be encouraged to use active forms of travel. The focus should be on people who are primarily looking for a new solution that will improve transport efficiency, for example, reduction of travel time. Public authorities should support the process of increasing the share of e-bikes, the total number of journeys, as a way to solve many of the city's transport problems. Strong public-private partnership arrangements should be built to enable the launch and operation of the public bicycle rental system. There is also a need for appropriate legislation on electric bikes. Many countries currently have good legislation on various types of e-bikes, but cities should translate this legislation into rules that will make it easy and safe to use them in urban space and on city street. The rules concern the authorization of e-bikes of different classes and speed limits. And the last one, a safe bicycle infrastructure must be established. Bicycle infrastructure can become overloaded after riding an electrically assisted bicycle. Solution to improve the safety and comfort of active forms of mobility should be implemented. Thank you for your attention.